Okay, Phil, I got to start out with the obvious question. How's retirement?
Well, first of all, I got to say, you must be hard up for guests to have me in here with all the aviation luminaries that are here. You pick this old, tired, retired guy, but I'll tell you, that's the most asked question I get when I see people on the flight line. And I got to tell you, I haven't had a day of regret yet. A lot of people have told me they'll get up in the morning and say, gee, I wonder what I'm going to do today. I have not had one of those days so far. And I'm busy some days and not so busy other days. But the difference is I'm in control of the busy days. And some crazy flying his plane into the IRS building in Austin doesn't change my week agenda. I just don't have to respond to those things.
Must be a relief.
It is. It really is. It was probably the most rewarding job I've ever had, and I've worked for 52 years continuously. I started working full-time when I was 17 years old. And none of the jobs, and I had some really great jobs in broadcasting especially, were as rewarding as this one. Sure, there were a few downs, Meigs Field and a couple others, but, you know, in the main, working for members that you can touch, feel, see is just exciting. And so many people this year at Oshkosh or whenever I'm even anywhere around an airport still stop and say hello and thank me for this or that. And that, as I say, you don't get a job better than that. People say, what do you do in retirement? I've convinced my wife, who is a pilot but doesn't fly that much and would just as soon be at home now with her horse, I convinced her to take a 3 to 4 week, if I'm smart, it better be 3-week trip, week after next, when we return from Oshkosh, I said, in our Bonanza, and just fly for fun for one of the first times in a long time. So we picked places that we've enjoyed. Sometimes in AOPA work, I could stop over the weekend or I was giving a speech there. And there are things like Carmel, Monterey, California, San Francisco, the Oregon coast, Sun River, a Central Oregon resort with an airport on it, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Bozeman, Montana, Deer Valley. And for the first time in a long, long time, because I've always been working, so you can't take a vacation like that, we're going to get in the plane, kind of aim for these places. We have no reservations. We have nobody waiting for us at any end. We're not, well, if we're here, we're going to be in at 4 o'clock on this. No. And just kind of go with the weather flow and get back to enjoying the aviation that I know many of your viewers, EAA and AOPA members and others, all love to do. And we're really looking, you can see the glimmer in my eye about doing that.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
The beauty of the Release 9 system architecture is that you have 2 fully redundant integrated flight displays. Each has access to all the systems and data. Providing full redundancy and eliminating traditional reversionary modes, Release 9 allows either display to be configured as the PFD. Now your failure modes are much more manageable because you can continue to fly with the same familiar display symbology without the need to relearn composite modes you don't typically fly with. Avidyne's Integra Release 9 is truly the next generation in fully integrated flight deck technology.